Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here today. It's Friday, August the 7th, 2026. And on Fridays, we ask the other side to bring answers to our questions about mysteries or spirituality. So I thank you for putting your questions in all caps, followed by a question mark. And if you haven't been here before, my name's Brenda, and I'm a channeler, and I communicate telepathically with all kinds of things. And let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Well, I wanted to tell you that I completely trust the answers that our friends on the other side bring us. But if something would, I'm getting a spam phone call. If you should hear something that doesn't resonate with you or doesn't coincide with your beliefs, then I'd ask you to just let that go and just take what you can use and leave the rest. We're not going to sit here and argue with spirits, so just do what you can with it. But I completely trust them. And I just want to say hi to some people. Thanks, Jax. I got some new hair product. I'm happy with it. Let me say hi to some people. So Jax is here. Hard at work. I hope you're doing better. I've got your question starred. And Rachel, hi. CJ and Katz, I got your question started. Good question. And Amit, thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. And Little Witchy One, hi Tina. How you doing today? Oh, CJ, thank you. Amit, let me see here. Wow, what a good question. I got you started. Thank you for that. It's got some bounce. Yeah, it's got some movement going on. And it's a little smoother. It helps smooth down the dryness, all the frizziness. So I'd show it to you if I'd had it here with me, but it's in the bathroom. What is that called? It's called Curl Boss gel. And I saw this woman telling about how she used it, and I liked her hair, so I ordered some. Jax, I've got that question starred. So it looks like we might have less attendance today, and that happens sometimes on Fridays. And I've kind of done a switcheroo with time, because usually I'm on at noon Central Time, 1 Eastern, but today I'm on at 10 Central Time, 11 Eastern. So I keep messing with you guys, keeping you on your toes, you know what I mean? So let me see. I also wanted to tell you that I found out, I think you guys were here, all of you except one, were here on Wednesday when my YouTube broadcast would just not stop glitching and freezing my image. And maybe I gave up too quick, but it just seemed like it wasn't going to stop. I went out, came back in again, and I was like, nobody wants to listen to this. They won't be able to hear half of it. So I just checked out, and I hope you were okay with it. I was okay with it because that was just going to be annoying. But I did discover that the replay was fine. And so I've looked into all that, and I found out that because the replay was fine, that means that it was YouTube's problems that were messing with it. And okay, we'll try to get through this. Let me see what the other side wants to say. We're one with the Father, we're one with the world. Listen to the angels sing. We are by your side during this time. soothing your energy. We want to say that much is coming into the world. Many new energies are affecting your space-time. There are many changes coming to the world. You are rising up in consciousness, and this is affecting many things. The satellites, the communications, the times they are changing. We are by your side, and you can count on us to lead you through these difficult times of worry. Much cruelty happening in the world. This will all be gotten rid of someday, not too far. We're working on it. The new earth is coming. It's on its way. It's already started. But there is much to be done that you cannot see from where you are. But from where we are, we can detect it, and we see that it is happening. You see, many of you individuals are increasing in consciousness, this we can say for sure. And we want to congratulate those of you who are doing the work and who are listening and who are loving one another. Spreading kindness and understanding, not judging. Let everyone be free. Let them live their lives without condemnation. It was meant to be. They planned their lives before they came here, and so did you. And they should be allowed to live without being criticized. From the insignificant to the greater ones. Each one has their. Thank you for that, Tina. And Jack says, at least 5 different shows with tech issues this week so far. Well, I don't like it. I don't like it. I hope it changes. So let me know. Check in with me, you guys. Has the buffering and the glitching come to a halt? Is it going more smoothly? Or is it just a mess? Let me know in the comments, please. I cannot tell. We are one with the Father. We are one with the world. If you haven't been here before, singing is my light language. So every now and then I just start singing something. And I sing the songs that I hear in my head that my guides and angels are giving me. So often you'll see that I just start singing. And when I'm channeling and receiving messages, part of the messages come through in the words of a song. I love it when that happens. So I wonder if something has gone wrong because no one is answering my question. It's okay now, it's sporadic. Okay, we will try to work through this. Jax has got 11:11. Cool, it's 10:11 where I'm at. Well, I guess we'll just keep going and see how it goes, right? We've got some good questions to look at. Merritt says it's 17:11. So let's just go to the questions. I'm going to bring my question first because I hope that this glitching will work itself out by the time I get to your questions. Looks like I didn't star my question. Hi, fun boy. I got you starred. Thanks for being here. I haven't seen you for a while. Let me go up and find my question. Do 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 do. Okay. Is it getting better? I sure hope so. You're in Sweden? I'm so happy that you came and joined us today. I think that's exciting. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos about what it's like living in Sweden, and it looks like a pretty cool place. I don't think I could deal with the darkness that you have to deal with at times of the year. That would be hard. But thanks for being here. So, and Spirit's warming me up. I've got the air conditioner on, but I can't tell because I'm burning up. So this is my question. Dear ones of love and light, how would you like to answer this question today? So every once in a while, please tell me in the comments if it's better or worse with the glitching, please. So this is my question. If we ask to connect with a pendulum to our higher self, to receive only the truth, is that what we will get? Or is it our own opinions that affect the pendulum? We will talk about this indeed. This is a good subject that people should know. Many of you on this channel and others like it wonder about this subject. So let's talk about this today. You can indeed connect with your higher self or who you ask for. There are those who would mess with it. There are energies of the earth. Let's call them earth spirits that are tricksters and think it's fun to mess with you. Shun them away from you. Part what? Part of it is because you believe in them. You believe negativity can reach you. Therein lies the problem. This is the core of the issue. What are your deep beliefs that you might not even be aware of? What were you taught in childhood? Do you have a belief that you are small and not in control and that these things can get to you? This is not the truth, however. You are a great and mighty spirit, each one of you. You have control over the things of the earth, but you do not know it. We implore you to study these things from the great teachers who are available still in these times you are in presently. We can say that many come to you now who want you to know from the other side that you are great and mighty beings indeed, and you know not your strength. We're asking you to exercise your strength, to speak your truth out loud. Speak out loud when you use the pendulum. that no trickster spirits are allowed to communicate with me. I only connect with higher consciousness, and say this with determination, with gusto, with knowing in your heart of hearts that what you say becomes law, and it shall be. And this is the truth. Wow, I like that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, our dear friends on the other side. Let me see if any more questions came in while I had my eyes closed. I don't think so. Okay. Jack said, preach it. They are teaching us here. And I don't know if everyone realizes it, but maybe a lot of you do. And each one of these shows, I don't like to call them shows, but everybody calls them shows, so I call them shows, that our friends on the other side are teaching us with each answer that they bring to everyone. And I think the best teachings come through when we're doing personal questions, because they bring the most loving, kind, and wise answers. And there's teaching in every answer that they bring. And I am scared to death. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I let that fear go. But I really don't want YouTube to ever make my channel go away. I don't want to lose all those channeled messages that we have on this channel. And I tried to make a copy of them, but it was too many gigabytes. I couldn't do it. And I think I need to catalog the answers in there, and well, that would be a big job. But anyway, they do teach us on here with every question that they answer. And thank you so much for that answer, our dear friends on the other side. Mercury and Leo lady came in. Hello. Let me see if I missed any questions. I don't think I did. Okay, let's go on to the next question. And Jax, I've got my phone down here. I can see the comments you make faster on my phone. So Jax says, I choose the light. Our dear friend Jax is asking, how does our energy shift? What happens when we are thinking about an important memory versus our baseline existence? I think you gave an explanation after that question. Let me go back and find it. You know how we can think about something and remember how good it felt and tasted and smelled? And it almost feels like we are there again. Are we accessing a different part of ourselves? Merritt, I've got you starred. Thank you. How does our energy shift? What happens when we are thinking about an important memory versus our baseline existence? What do you have to say to our dear friend Jax about this question? We are here with you now, and we can say, that we understand what you're saying, even though Brenda doesn't. It's true. Hmm. We want to be with you during these times of changes on the earth. Let us see what we can say about this. Your energy is shifting all the time, fluctuating, vibrating lower, vibrating higher. Pleasant thoughts bring higher vibrations. Like a smooth transmission shift in your car is what we can equate it to. You just put it into fifth gear. You're on the highway and you're cruising 70 miles an hour. Your energy shifts into those planes of existence that are of higher consciousness. When you think about the pleasant things that you've experienced in your lives, bringing up pleasant old memories is a good way to increase your vibration. However, this can lead to also bringing up the past bad memories. So if you choose to sit down and do that purposefully, you must be careful there. But we can say that all in all, remembering pleasant experiences, smells, all of those things, the pleasant parts of your earthly experience can do no harm and can only raise you up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for your question, Jax. And our next question is CJ and Cats. You guys have got such good questions. Do data centers have a negative effect on the surrounding physical area? Mercury, I've got you starred. Hi, Kim, Red Dragon, you almost missed. I'm so glad you made it. I've been changing times about the broadcast, so I thought it'd be better for me personally if I came in at 10 today, 10 Central Time. You're welcome, Jax. Dear ones of love and light, CJ is asking about the data centers. A lot of us are worried about the data centers, and we hear a lot of complaining about the data centers and all the trouble they're causing and all the water and electricity they're hogging. And we've got a lot of concerns about this subject. So she's asking, do they have a negative effect on the surrounding physical area? They do indeed, and it is not pleasant for those people who are living there. And it will affect the environment in a negative way after some time. And I heard something about juice, using too much juice, electrical. Hog, an electricity hog. Taking it away from the people, it will, what was that word? Decrease the availability of energies and water for the other people on the planet. You should protest against them. This would be in your best interest. They are money-making machines for the elite. They need to be discouraged, to learn they can't yank you around and run over you and do whatever they want to you. It has gone on too long. The poor people who live there will suffer until this issue is corrected. Fight against it is our advice. But don't be obsessed with it and let it bring down your vibration. Some protest must be made, but living in that negative energy of protesting does not take you to higher ground. So this is a conundrum. Protect your energy. And I'm seeing like a soldier with a shield, like a SWAT team, having all their protection around them, but pointing their weapon at the culprit. And then put your weapons down, drop your shields, and go back into peace. You cannot stay there in that vibration of fear and anger. Righteous anger. This would be a good way to look at it. As when Christ turned over that's making me cry. Yeshua energy. As when Christ turned over the tables in the synagogues. Righteous anger. Knowing you're doing what's right. Not with hatred, but with protection in mind. And doing what's righteous. Protecting the people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, thank you. I love it. They are so wise. Let me see what I have missed. Thank you for that question, CJ. Thanks for being here. And CJ says, I was just wondering the truth. They want one in my city. Let me see if I've missed any questions. Mercury loves her spirit guides. And Jack's comments, last apartment complex I lived in had a crap ton of power lines all through it. I had wicked bad migraines the whole time I lived there. Much better now that I'm away from that. I've heard of that happening to people. Some people just cannot do that. Okay, let's go on to our next question. Amit. Let's see what Amit has to say. Thanks for joining us, by the way. CJ says, thank you. You are welcome. We hear of soul plan, where the soul, with help of the guides, determines events in our life. Then there is the theory of karma, which says our past life actions determine our lives' events. How do these both work? Excellent question. I have an idea in my head that I've been told before, but I will suppress that and let them say what they want to say. Rachel, I think I did get your question. Let me see. Yeah, I got you, Rachel. Thanks for checking on me, though, because you know how I am. Mercury, let me see if I got your question. Yep, I've got you too, Mercury. So, well, I didn't tell you whose questions I had. I should do that. I should definitely do that. So I've got Amit, and Jax has put in some extra questions in case we have extra time. And so has Marit, Mercury, and Rachel. So I have 5 more questions here. And Amit is up. So let us see. The soul plan and how our uh, lives are planned before we get here, but then they say that karma determines our lives. So what's up with that? Which is it? Is it both? What's going on? You do have a soul plan that must be carried out. It is not negotiable. Planned ahead of time with your guides. This is true. This is how it works. We want to say there's more going on here that meets the eye. There are other processes you know not of. But the simple way is to think of it as a blueprint that you must follow so the building will not fall down. You understand? There are reasons, things you wanted to accomplish in this life that you didn't in other lifetimes. You are wise beyond compare when you are home. But these experiences of what you would not experience anywhere else or when you are home are things your soul desires to learn about. When you are home, you are completely safe. You cannot be harmed. Your soul is indestructible. Karma comes into play. Let me listen up good, make sure I'm hearing this right. Let it flow. Please tell us about karma. Karma can be disruptive indeed. It is worked into the plan. If there is an event that you feel was karmic, then it was part of the plan. There are no accidents. You are not jerked around by karma, dear friends. You are on the smooth path to reach your goal before you return home. Something causes you to turn to the left. This is karma. Something causes you to turn to the right. This is karma. Karma does not determine your life. Your life is controlled by the life path you're on. You can get off the path. You can be late in arriving to it. Some do not reach their goals, this is true, but most will. If not in this lifetime, then in another. Karma does not rule your life, have no fear of it. Its effects have been exaggerated over the years. We see you may not agree because of the teachings you have received. Do as you wish with the information. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Emmett, thanks for being here and thank you for bringing your question. And Mercury, you're up, and then after Mercury is Rachel, and then we'll go back to Jackson, Mariette's other questions. Dear ones of love and light. When a person keeps thinking about us and we pick it up, are they thinking about us at that moment? We are picking it up. Especially if you are an empath like me, I pick up on a lot of energy. How would you like to answer Mercury and Leo ladies' question? You all are telepathic. You're welcome, Amit. You all are telepathic. I'm thinking of that feeling we've all experienced when we can tell we feel, without even thinking about it, we don't think, I think someone's looking at me. No, we just suddenly turn that way and then we see someone's looking at us. That's what this is making me think of, but that's not what you're asking, but not what came into my head, and I just had to say it. That's an interesting thing when that happens, isn't it? Someone zoned in on us and we feel it, like we have eyes in the back of our head. When a person keeps thinking about us, that's a strong energy. I just heard when someone keeps thinking about you, that's a strong energy. You will feel it. But if you're far away from each other, if we're far away from each other, like 10 miles or something, or 100, and this other person is just thinking about us deeply, will we pick it up? Will we sense that they're thinking about us? Inquiring minds want to know. If you are close, this can happen. If you are sensitive, this can happen. Not everyone has developed or brought out their spiritual gifts or talents. Some are more empathic than others, some are more psychic than others. Everyone has the abilities, not everyone has discovered them or made them stronger. We would say, for instance, with mother and child, that kind of a bond. this is stronger. These incidents are stronger. We would say the ones who are more telepathic or psychic than others will experience this in real time more than others who have not developed their talents. This is what we see. Thank you. Thank you so much. Mercury, I hope that answered your question. Thanks for being here. And let's go to our next question. You're going to work on your abilities, Mercury? Super. Rachel. Dear ones of love and light, Rachel brings this question. How can we create strong, energetic boundaries and keep an open heart? How can we create strong, energetic boundaries and keep an open heart? Let's see what we can find out about that. You're welcome, Mercury. Create strong, energetic boundaries and keep an open heart. What would you like to say in answer to this question, our dear friends on the other side? We gather together to hear the Lord's blessings. We are all here with you, each one, who are present in energy and in love. I just heard love has no boundaries. Love is all encompassing. Boundaries do not affect love. Love is the strongest energy in the universe. The universe is love. It cannot be taken down. It will always exist. Boundaries are to keep out the negative energy, not the love. Like I'm picturing a sieve and you're pouring something through it and it catches the big chunks so you can throw them away, but the rest gets through. Love will not be affected by this process. Thank you. Thank you so much. Rachel, I hope that made sense. I hope that that helps you. Thanks for bringing your question. Now let's see what else we have here. Jax brings this question. If Earth ascends and the Christ consciousness happens, does another planet become the school of duality? Let me get a little sip. If Earth ascends and the Christ consciousness happens, does another planet become the school of duality? Let's see if I can hear anything about this. Does another planet become the school of duality? I just heard there are many planets with life on them. Many planets indeed that will go through this also until they are all done and we're all gathered back together again. This process is happening throughout the universe. I just heard this was our answer. Okay, I just heard this was our answer. Hi, Peace. Hi, Peace, love. Thank you for being here. And Merritt brings this question. I got you starred, Mercury. Merritt asks our friends on the other side, what do they think about all these evasive people? Are we to endure them in our growth? I heard right away, love is for all. It is a hard life on the earth sometimes, with all these different personalities and beliefs. We have love for everyone, that is our opinion. We are on the higher planes of existence. We see the truth in each one. They are just like you, souls that are still in heaven, experiencing the earth and its energies. They have been taught wrongly. They have been influenced by others around them, parents and television, and teachers, and the people they are around. Follow the leader. Do what I say, be what I am, or you don't count. That is the kind of groups they're in. They must comply. or be segregated. They can change their minds, and some will. In this present time you are in on the earth, truth is leaking out. Slowly the truth will be made known to all who are paying attention. The times they are a-changing. They are actors in a play. You do not blame an actor for the part they play on a TV show. Try to keep this idea in your heart. Send love to everyone. Jesus said to love your enemies. And this is why. What goes around comes around. Hate begats hate. Love begats love. So this is what you should send out into the world. It comes back around like a boomerang. And this is what we can say. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but my dog's asleep in the other room and she's having a dream. And she was kind of barking in her dream. Thanks, Marit, for bringing your question. And here's another one. But we'll do Mercury's this time, and then we'll go back to Amit's second question next. You're welcome, Marit. Whoops, I was going to bring up Mercury's. I goofed. The school we go to, what is that for? Because life teaches us a lot already. I often wonder, when we're home, we know everything, so why do we have to come to this earth school to learn something? And I just heard that's because you're experiencing what you are not. We come to earth to experience that which we are not. I just heard the life of hard knocks. Sometimes all that does is teach people to believe in hard knocks. There are things you've come here to learn that you may not understand when you are here. But when you go home again, you will have a review and you will see if you learned it. Thank you for that. Thank you, Mercury, for your question. And this is our last question of the day. Hi, Gary for Grace. And Marit asked, does astrology have a purpose? Do planets reveal our life patterns? And do the remedies that they give help? Hi, Kelly McCall. Thanks for coming in. Does astrology have a purpose? Do planets reveal our life patterns? Let's see what we can find out. Our dear friends on the other side, how would you like to answer this question? Does astrology have a purpose? Astrology was the plan of the creators. It does indeed have purpose. It is part of the world you are in, worked into its fabric. It is more complex than people know, than can be taught. Those who pay attention know by their observance that it is real. When they see things happen time after time, proving to them its usefulness. Those who have practiced it for a long time. And I heard God's plan, and you can listen to it if you so choose. Thank you so much, Marit, for being here and for the interesting question. There's Mystic John Paranormal. Hello. How are you doing over there? Let me see. I believe that was our last question for today. Yes, it was. Mercury says, I love astrology. Let me hide this question. Okay. Well, you guys, that was our last question of the day. And I've kind of been tripping you guys up by changing my time around, I think. John's trying to start the idea of moving. Gary, yeah, I could do one more question. Good luck with that, John. Moving is not easy, is it? So I can take one more question, Gary. I am not in a hurry. I don't have anything going on today. John, I guess you're looking for a new place? Are you starting to pack already? You're welcome, Amit. I haven't had to move for a long time. I haven't moved very many times in my life. Not much at all, really. I've only moved about 4 times in my life. You're up for sale and you're looking? That's exciting. A lot of decisions to be made. Kelly is saying, praying for all with the upcoming wild weather patterns. Thank you so much. Gary, if you're still here, do you want to put your question in? Kelly's moved a lot. I've been pretty stationary. The only moving I've done is in this little area of Southwest Missouri that I'm in. Gary brings this question, dear ones of love and light. Yeah, he came back. Gary came back. Gary asked, please like to thank the Lord for visiting last night and Mother Mary. Please, any message regarding my prayers? Thank you. Well, let us see what they want to say, Gary. Gary, I think it was you that brought in a question a couple of weeks ago about Mother Mary. I don't know if it was you or not. I think it was a lady. Because the energy of Mother Mary came into my head, and oh my goodness, that energy was strong. I felt like I was wearing a baseball cap on my head. It was real strong all over the top of my head. And that was the first time I ever experienced that. And then they talked about feminine energy. So that was wow. She is strong. What would you like to say to Gary about his recent prayers? It was you, Gary? Okay, it was you. Yep, we brought in Mother Mary that day. I won't forget it. What would you like to say to Gary about? Oh, I just heard right away, Gary, that this is personal. They just said this is personal, so I don't think they're not gonna bring that up on here. So they just kind of shut that down. And they said that you can talk to them in your home. So that's that. Thank you so much for being here. And they they are so wise, and I just trust them so much. They know what they're doing. So thank you for your question. I'm sure that you understand. And thank you for understanding. So okay, you guys, I'm going to be back Sunday at the same time I was today, 10 Central, 11 Eastern, in daylight time in the United States. Gary said you asked the Lord to bless my channel and everybody in chat. Thank you so much. I'm always asking for all of you to receive blessings. So yeah, 10 Central, 11 Eastern, Sunday. Well, we're not going to be answering questions Sunday. We're just going to be hanging out, and I'll have an open mic if somebody wants to come in and tell us some of their magical mystery stories about the events they've had in their life. I mean, experiences they've had in their life. You're welcome to do that. So you can be thinking about that. Who wants to come on and tell a story to us? And we'll just be hanging out on Sunday. Have a nice casual time. And love and light to all of you. Thank you so much for being here, and have a terrific weekend. See you Sunday. Bye-bye.